Okay, so you just completed the most difficult worksheet probably that you're going to do all year, which is why I wanted to do and explain everything to go over it. Let's take a closer look, okay? First of all, you should be drawing or have the magical clause box. So we have independent up top, subordinate, and then one or and zero, two, and one or more, right? So just like I showed you guys in the earlier note, let's take a look. If you like to read about contemporary people, that's a subordinate. We're going to bracket all subordinates. Also, might help if you have a little count, subordinate and independent. You might enjoy current biography. So we have one and one or more. That makes it a CX. Let's take a look. Actually, the Guinness Book of World Records is my favorite source of biographical trivia. One independent makes this as simple. Because Philo T. Farnsworth helped invent television, his name is in encyclopedias. This is a CX. One subordinate, one independent. A statue of Buddha in Tokyo is the world's tallest statue. Simple. Take a look at number 5. It might have tricked some of you, but we have a verb here, founded and marketed. But Estee Lauder is the common subject. This is also simple. It's one long independent clause. Let's look at number 6. P.T. Barnum, as you know, the movie that just came out a few years ago, The Greatest Showman, right, based on P.T. Barnum, okay? The greatest show on earth, right, created the big circus. Well, let's look at this sentence. P.T. Barnum, subject, opened, verb. Also, we got to include the prep phrase, which he later called the greatest show on earth, modified circus. The semicolon is a giveaway that this is then a CDCX. We have a verb, we have a subject, we have a semicolon, we have a verb and a subject. Well, that means that it's at least a compound and there's no subordinates, makes this a CD, a compound. The baseball player, Saru Hara-Oh, who has hit more than 800 home runs in his career, has been called the Babe Ruth of Japan. Remember, an adjective clause can break up a independent clause. So this is one independent. I would star this one. Okay, you should have a star in your notes. Okay. I know that in 2008, Mark set a record for hitting the most home runs on our Little League team. But I am not sure whether he still holds the record. Lots of subjects and verbs here. Subject, verb. That to team is a subordinate, but as a conjunction, cross that out. I am not sure. Another independent when you include the noun clause, whether he holds the record. Whenever you have a noun clause, it's included in the independent clause. So that makes, just real quick, we have this is a CX, this is a CD, CX. This one's a simple 10. It's just an independent clause. Guys, don't let a long sentence fool you. Verb, subject. Simple. That every known language includes the sound ah, as in the word father. That's a subordinate. The whole thing is an independent. Because it's a noun, that makes it a CX. We have another one here where we have a adjective clause interrupting this word that's Japanese with the rest of the sentence. Also CX. So guys, this is one independent and one subordinate. Let's look at this. Includes subject, verb, independent. That any English speaker uses more than 60,000 of these words, that's a noun. That means you're included in the independent. CD, CX. They're trying to trick you here with the commas. Don't fall for it. It's one independent. It's a simple. Also, it's a question. Simple. Hilo, Hawaii is the northernmost city. Southernmost, and Barrow, Alaska is the northernmost. So we have two here, CD. Pay attention. This is the world's longest simple sentence. Okay, maybe not the world's longest, but this is a simple sentence. It's one verb and one subject, the Quetzalcoatl Pyramid. Okay. Independent, independent. Compound. And finally, pay attention. This is the trickiest one. You should star this one. That are challenging. I like trivia games that are challenging. So does Irene. This semicolon tells you that there's two independent clauses, and then there's an independent, two independents and a subordinate, that's CD, CX. So this is the worksheet, okay? You guys now know exactly what to do when it comes to sentence structure.